All right, what up, fam? It's your boy Chef Jay. So we're live
Hey,
on
hi.
uh, Facebook and on what is this? YouTube, and now we're live on this is Instagram. So waiting for Laquanda to come on, guys. Like and share this feed, guys. We're doing a special talk all week long, promoting the Boss Up event. Waiting for Laquanda to come on board, aka Marie. Um, guys, like and share this feed. It's gonna be some really good topics today. We're talking about the Boss Up Bootcamp. So, what's up, Instagram over
Yeah,
here? What's up, Facebook and YouTube? We're going live talking about the what up, fam? I need to stop by to get some juices because I'm running a little low. All right, so Connie, you got to get live on Instagram for us.
mhm.
All right, guys, like and share this feed. We're talking about the Boss Up Bootcamp. The topic for the day is first off social media and how social media impacts your brand. So it's gonna be a really good topic. So like and share the feed, guys, on Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube. And it's gonna be a really good talk today. So you logged in, Quanda? I got like Quanda on all these different platforms, Instagram and YouTube and Facebook.
Hi,
Log in.
everybody.
So I need you to log in on. Oh, I see you. Okay. I need you to log into Instagram. Send a request.
Yes, I sent it.
It's still. You can hear me on Instagram. I got the senior citizen out tonight. Trying to log in.
Okay.
How you in? I got so like and share this feed. It's still low. Is it still low now? I turned it up some more too. All right, there you go. All right, so Laquanda is finally in. All right, there we go. We're going live with you. All right, fam. So like and share this feed again. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, and we're talking about the Boss Up Boot Camp. All right. There you go. There you go. She made it in.
Hi, everybody.
All right, fam. So like and share this feed. We're talking about the Boss Up Boot Camp. It's gonna be some good conversation today. You might gotta move. What's that in front of your screen right there? Move your phone over a little bit, Laquanda.
This
No,
way?
your no. Look at the screen. This is so funny.
Oh,
All right, there you go. All right. So thing
I
about social
see it
media. First
now.
of all, when you are working on your business and promotion, you got to manage all these different platforms. If people know what goes on behind the scene, they wouldn't believe it because we're on three different platforms right now. Talking about the Boss Up Boot Camp. So let's just talk about Quanda. So I met LaQuanda, aka El Marie, about maybe like 5 years ago, I think so. And
Mhm. Mhm.
LaQuanda has been working so hard to promote her business and her brand. And LaQuanda, you gotta look at your, you got all right. There you go. We gotta balance it out. We about to get there. We about to get there. All right. So LaQuanda,
We ready to get. Here we go.
all right, there we go. We got it now. Okay. So Kwana has been working so hard on her brand because she has had a passion for social media. At first, she was managing the church's social media as well as one of our mutual friends, Crystal. And we was like, "Yo, fam, this is a business." And so
Mhm.
we started. She started her business then. Now she has so many different clients, and she's really working hard and diligently to be the social media guru. So tell us, Quanda, how you started your business. What made you want to kind of get involved in social media content?
So I started the business first by helping out a friend who had a platform and they were so busy. So I said, okay, I'll just jump in and just start helping manage the platform. And the platform just started to grow and grow with me just pulling content, creating content, and constantly and consistently posting. And then I was pushed to to do a business because it was so good. And my first actual client, because I've been in business 3 years today, so my first actual paying client, my first client was actually Josh, Chef J. So he was, and it's so crazy how everything comes full circle. He was actually the first person to pour into my business financially and to pour into my business and to trust me with his brand and managing his platform. So I just became a passionate person with helping entrepreneurs, especially Black entrepreneurs, with helping them run their social media platforms, because you can't have an I can do everything spirit, because it is hard to manage everything. So you do need a team. You do need people that can help you. So what I do is I come in and I take over that part of your business, which is making sure your content is posted, creating content for you, as well as coming up with concepts and marketing and promotion for your brand. So that is what I do with Media Mamas 1112.
That's good. And let's talk about why content is important because, first off, a lot of people will not come to your brand if your content is jankety, right? So a lot of times too is I meet a lot of chefs who say, "Oh, I can't do content and run the business." But the thing about it is, what me and Laquanda did was I would just have like a stand like I'm using to hold this up. I'll record the content and I'll send it over to her. I think sometimes people, because it's like muscle memory. If you're not actively working out that muscle, it becomes like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do this. But when it comes to your social media, you really want to become a brand. So how do you feel? How important is branding your social media to grow your sales?
I really feel like branding and social media is hand in hand. We live in a virtual world now, especially with everything that transpired in 2020. Everything is virtual, right? So you're not. A lot of people are virtually doing everything. You know, Zoom took everything by storm. Lives, podcasts, everything. If you look, we're moving in a virtual direction. So being consistent with your content, making sure that your content pops out, making sure that your content is attractable, making sure that your content has some type of substance. You know, people don't want to see the same kinds of things. So you want to make sure that you're giving the people something new and something fresh, because you got to think about it as your brand. When you do social media, you have to think about it as if it's a TV show or a sitcom, right? You don't want to sit there and watch the same sitcom over and over, the same episode over and over. You want to give people something new, something fresh.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
when you are building your brand and when you are posting your content, you first have to ask yourself some questions. Who am I creating the content for? And what message do I want to put, and what's the purpose of this content? You have to ask yourself those questions, so that way when you are creating your content, you have a mindset behind it, so that way you're just not creating something just to post, just to put up.
And that's a really good statement because I think too is people treat content like it's not a job. Like they post it to get it over with. Oh, let me just post this. Let me post this. But the actuality for me, like I do content Monday through Friday. I think I only work with food maybe 2 days out the week. You know, so when you really start thinking about your growth, even if it may seem difficult, where like, oh, I don't have time to do this. Well, you don't got time to make money because if you're not posting, if you're not really taking time to create eye-appealing content. And one thing I will say about Laquanda, Laquanda has a creativity mind of a kid. And what I mean by that is like her ideas that she brings is just like I think sometimes when we get in business, we forget to have that childlike faith. We forget to have that concept where because once you get older, it's like all of this stuff comes on you that don't belong to you. And I think about I like to run my business like a kid where I'm having fun. And I think with
Yes.
Laquanda, like content is fun to her, which is why like if it's not fun to you, find someone else to manage it. Because what happened is too is it brings so much business because even to with us, we will repost about a shade room, I think once or twice. And then also
Yep.
we had another client from the we got two clients from the NFL and
Yep.
the content that we had was so it was reposted so much that I know we were getting like 50,000 follow likes. So it's just like the thing about your social media, if you're not really being impactful around like, taking time to plan your social media, it can really mess up your business. So I think too, it's like what's the first so after you realize who your audience is, right? What are some of the next steps to really kind of getting your content together?
So like it depends on what is your business. Like for example, if you're in a catering or chef business, you don't want to do plated foods? Are you cooking foods? You want to do like what I call a journey. So this is for journey stories, or what I tell my clients that are in makeup, skater, or any type of food business or any type of hair business. You want to show the transition. Transitional posts are huge right now because people like to see where you started from, and then they like to see the ending. And when they see the start, it grasps them because now they want to see, well, how does it end? How does that cake turn out, or how do those ribs turn out? How does that hair turn out? How does that makeup turn out? You want to get them, you want to see that transition. And a lot of people, especially, it's really popular on TikTok. If you see a girl, she'll go a little crazy, and then she'll swipe the screen or snap her finger, and then she's bedazzled, she's beautiful, she's got the makeup, she's giving what it needs to give. So people like to see those transitional posts. Okay. Now, for example, how do you do transitions if you do clothing, right? So clothing, I would do the transitional posts. I don't know if it's a popular one when people are snapping their fingers and they're changing their outfit. So you want to do things like that to show different looks and different outfits and different things of how to pose this outfit, or how to dress this up, or how to dress this down. If you're in the clothing business, that is a good transitional post for someone that's selling clothes. So again, I refer back to it. Every content piece is different for your particular brand. If you sell soap, for example, you should do a post where you're showing making the soap, and then actually using the soap and selling the soap. Do a journey story where it shows from start to finish. A lot of good posts are also testimonial posts. A lot of people like to hear and know about who they're buying from, and who the person is behind the brand. Everybody's very personable. Personal to the point where, everybody's personal. Personal to the point where, like, even Beyonce was very private and mystique, but she even had to do a documentary and show some of her business because people want to know who you really are. People want to have a feeling of who you are. So those posts where you're like, hey, like you just gave me that great introduction. Hey, this is where I started from. This is why I do my business. This is what, given that background story, gets what kind of cling into you and kind of get to say, you know what, I connect with this person. I want to support this person now because their journey is like mine, or their journey is like someone that I know, or I just want to support them because I love where they come from. So those are also great posts to make too.
And that's a good point that you brought up, because the thing about social media is people don't always buy into products anymore. They buy into the person. And I think the more you realize that you are the brand, you'll see how your sales will grow. Like once I realized with LaQuanda that I am the brand, all of my sales started to change around. Because for me, like I have my personal page, but my business page is just like posting stuff here and there. But then when I started to realize that no, Chef Josh is the brand, not the food is all. People come for the food, but people buy into me first, my personality. So if you look at my stories, I'm always doing like fun stuff that's funny, because people will laugh their way into your establishment because, oh my God, I want to meet you. And there's been so many people that wanted to kind of interact with me that way because they saw my content. So the thing that you said about transitional, I thought that was really, really good, because it's like a Tyler Perry sitcom. That sitcom can last, one episode can be 6 weeks worth of content, but he stretches out so much because even though you may not want to watch the show, well, let me see what happened this week because I want to finish what happened the week before. So what you said about transitional was so dope because it gets people involved in what you do. One of my other friends do that from she has a lot. I can't think of her name right now. She does like she'll do wigs going wrong, like with like locks, and she'll do the videos about what went wrong, and then the next video, stay tuned for tomorrow to see how she fixed it. And I think that's so cool because we have to be like a book with social media, where sometimes you may not want to be an open book like that, but that's what drives sales because people like reality. They want to be a part of your reality. They want to see what you do. They want to know all the stuff about you. So when it comes to your content, you got to open up your life sometimes, even if you may not want to. Sometimes you have to think about, do I want to make money? Do I don't want to make money? So LaQuanda helped push me in my comfort zone to be more creative with my content. So if you're managing your own page, you got to start thinking about content. So, Laquanda, I want to ask another question for you. How important is creating a content calendar for your business?
I think creating a content calendar is very beneficial for anybody, especially the entrepreneur on the go, especially the entrepreneur that's working a full-time job or the entrepreneur that has different entrepreneurial jobs. Because
Yeah.
people that I do work with, they sell, they sell everything, versus a person that's working a 9 to 5 and an entrepreneur. You want to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
you set and allocate time into your schedule to create content. I used to work with a great, I still work with them, a great brand. These two beautiful dope girls were doing, their names was Fine Frugal. They used to set apart a whole, like a whole week where they would just do all their content. And so you can do things like that where you
Mm-hmm.
can either set a whole week where you say, this week I'm just going to bust out 30 videos and that's going to be my videos for the month. Or you can say, hey, on Friday, I'm going to just do my content for the week. I work with different entrepreneurs where I also provide on-site content for my business. So I actually go to these different places on site and I create their content for them. Where I sit there and I record everything for 3 to 4 to 5 hours. And I have enough stuff for the week, and I go out weekly to these entrepreneurs to get their content for them because they don't have time to really sit there and record and edit and things like that. So there's different ways to top up. If you want to do it daily, you can, where you set apart, you schedule in a certain amount of hours. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, from 3 to 5, that's straight content. I'm gonna set my video up. I'm gonna get my folder ready. I'm gonna beat my face, or I'm gonna put my products, or I'm gonna cook a dish, and I'm going to make my content for it from 3 to 5 every day. You could say 5 days
That's
content,
good.
everything down, lock every day down, and that's going to be my content day. Or you could say, hey, I'm going to take these 2 days, and I'm just going to make 30 videos. So however you
Yeah.
want to do it, and if that's according to your schedule, you still need to allocate and increment time into your schedule to create content for your brand and for your consumers and your clients.
And I think that's so important. So, like for example, this like I just came back from Baltimore. Like I rent Airbnbs. Not that I can't work from my crib. Sometimes you gotta go away because when you go away or rent an Airbnb, one is a tax write off, right? But then I bring my camera supplies with me, so this way I'm able to record my content. So I have a suitcase that it's this big suitcase that I put my lighting in, I put my cameras in, and I literally travel all over the place and I record content. The reason why is I kind of shut myself away from everybody else because when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
really growing your business, if your social media is not intact, honestly, like it's a losing game unless you have like a lot of old school clients. Like I have my older clients on Facebook, right? No offense to my older clients, I love you
Mm-hmm.
guys, right? But the thing
Mm-hmm.
about older clients, they'll pay without a problem. But this new age client on Instagram, it's like, fam, if your stuff is not on point, if you don't have anything that's appealing, they might not come to your spot. There's some people that I actually give gigs to if I can't do it. And a lot of my clients say, hey, Jay, we would support this person, but their content is X, Y, and Z. So people watch those pages, even to talking about hashtags. Okay, so I didn't really use hashtags until I met Laquanda. I didn't know the importance of using hashtags, right? Someone hit me up the other day. I had gigs in Brooklyn back to back weeks. And I said, how'd you hear about me? She
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, you hashtag Brooklyn Chef. And so this lady was from North Carolina. I'm like, you passed all the places in Brooklyn. She knew where I was. She said, no, I just enjoyed, I like the way your food looked. And now she's a repeat client. So does hashtags matter or are they antiquated?
Absolutely, hashtags matter. Just like as an example for you, even though that you're in New Jersey, I still put Brooklyn, New York, Harlem because those are places that are close to you. So a lot of people use Instagram as if it's Google now. So
That's
and
true.
people will attest to this. They use the same thing as TikTok. So nobody is really going on, well, the younger age. So the millennial, they don't go on Google and search anymore. They go on Instagram. They go into the search bar and they put something like, okay, private dining in New Jersey or private dining in J. They go to that hashtag, and when they click on the hashtag, all of the businesses that are using that hashtag will pop up. And now they have included their search range, so now they can actually just scroll to see, okay, this is in New Jersey. Let me scroll and see. Yeah. What you want to do is open up your bridge, say in New York, Harlem, Brooklyn. You want to tailor it down because those people may say, hey, you know what, let me look up Brooklyn Chef. Oh, this is Jersey. Oh, it's not so far. I'll go over there. So once you tailor hashtags, especially tailored locations, to tailor to your business, you want to also put, if you're in the cooking business, you want to use chefs. You want to use what you do, catering, things like that. If you want to put New Jersey boutique, if you sell clothes, NJ MUA is a big one. NJ hairstylist is a big one. Because people actually use these hashtags to search out the business and see who's out there and who's located where. I also want to touch base on people that do hair, makeup, catering, and everything. It is severely important that you put your location in your bio, so people will know where you're located at. It is so aggravating as being on the consumer side where I'm looking up NJ Makeup and then I tap on it and you're in Florida. And I done looked at your page and I done fell in love with your page, and now I can't even get my face beat because I got to get a plane ticket to get my face beat down. Right. So it's always good to put, if you do have a place of business, a location base, and then you also want to put if you're willing to travel, because like Chef Jay, there are some chefs that do travel, or there are some makeup artists and people that do travel. You always want to put your main location in your bio, and if you do travel for services, that is very important.
That's a very good point that you said about that part, because I remember we talked about that before when me and Laquanda had a conversation. Mm-hmm. I said, hey, I want to start traveling to certain places, so start using hashtags like ATL Chef, Cali Chef, Miami Chef. So the thing about it too is social media. The thing about entrepreneurship I love, right? You can have the biggest imagination by using social media. You can become whoever you want to be by using social media. And the reason why that's so important when you think about entrepreneurship, I think that sometimes we forget to dream. We forget to think big. And the reason why social media is so dope, because you can be whoever you want to be. You know, like there's so many celebrity chefs who aren't celebrity chefs, but they will give you the illusion by the way their food looks. Like you could be anybody, and that's not knocking anybody. You could be whoever you want to be. There's so many business coaches who became popular because of social media who aren't business coaches. There's were relationship experts who have not even had one successful relationship, but they were like super people tuned in. Like think about Kevin Samuels, people tuned into him all the time because of social media. So think about that pull social media has. You can become international, you know, and here's the other part about that too. So ClickFunnels, right? ClickFunnels are so important when it comes to social media. I feel like with a lot of people social media, they don't have a call and a response. Basically, a call is the post that you have, and then the response. What do you want people to kind of do? A lot of people will post a picture with no attachment to, like for me, I always put if I have an event, DM for more information, plan your next private dining experience. I always put that on the actual post or the actual video because, okay, so you have a dope video, but nobody know what to do because they're scrolling. People are scrolling every day. They're swiping for your stories and they're scrolling on your posts. So how important, Laquanda, is it to really give people a call and response on social media when it comes to branding a product or service?
That is such a great question. So in your bio, and I always say this, in your bio and as well as in your post, you should always have a call to action. That's what I call to action. So call to action, even if you write on your post, you always want to let your followers know what to do. So you can put simple, if you just want to get a follow, if you're an influencer, you can put like, share, follow. You want people to like it, you want people to share it, and you want people to follow you. If you are in the industry of, catering or providing any type of substantial service, you want to put a call to action. Hey, in my post, I always put, for more information, text me at my phone number, right? I put my business phone number up here. So that way they can read through what I want. They can look at my material, but they have a contact way. So I put 3 contact ways to contact me. I say, hey, here's my email. Here is my text if you want to contact me, or you can send me a DM. So you always want to give those different call to action on what to do, or if you can even put click link in my bio to sign up, things like that, to give instructions on people of what to do. I also see like a lot of people, if you don't want them to DM you, because I see that with a lot of businesses, they don't like DM, right? Because it can get a little crazy. So you let people give a call to action. No DMs, however, text or call or email or whatever, but you always want to give some specific instructions to catch those clients, and so that they know the direction on what to go. I'm clicking the link in the bio to contact them, or I'm texting them, or sending them DM, whatever it is. But you just want to give some type of some specific instruction so people know how to acquire your services or buy into your brand.
Now, I think people are getting real raggedy about that. Don't DM me. Like, there's some people who get so aggressive about that part. And I'm like, fam, listen, you don't got to be that nasty to people. Because another thing you can do is you can create an automatic message in your DM that tells people how to reach you. I think sometimes when people have arrived, they become a social media diva. So a great way to overcome that is you can create a funnel inside, like real aggressive. I'm like, fam, we only know you because of social media. Like, let's relax. So the best way to do that is you can create automatic. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, fam, hold on. You made most of your business social media. Now you want nobody to contact you on social media? So the best way to do that is to create an automatic message on Instagram. So this way, when people DM you, they can go right to that DM and they tell you how to reach out to you.
How to contact them, right?
How to contact you. But I think it's so important to, one, a lot of people become very ungracious on social media, right? So I think the biggest part about what I try to do is that when somebody wants to spend money with you, no matter how silly or dumb you may think the question is, you got to have social media etiquette. So Quanda, with social media etiquette, what are some ways people can develop good, strong etiquette skills to still be a brand of who they are, but still maintain integrity and character and who they are as a person when reaching back out to clients?
Okay, so that's a great question. I definitely feel like as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, you definitely should have customer service. If you don't have customer service, then I definitely feel as though you should acquire to see if you can acquire a class on customer service or develop some courses, because customer service is huge. You definitely want to maintain yourself and your authenticity when you're post, but you also want to remember that you are a representation. This is your brand. So you want to make sure that you also are professional. I remember, I think it was the basketball wife, Tammy Roman. She had put up a post which was so great because about business pages. She was like, if I was going to your business page, I want to see what you selling or what you servicing. I don't want to see your baby shower. I don't want to see you on vacation. I don't want to see this. And I think that people need to differentiate, and that's why it's good to have two pages. It's good to have your personal, and it's good to have your business. I always suggest that to people because people mix the two, and that was just like, and it can create a distraction for clients, because if I'm going on your page to look at food, and then I see you with your bag, now I don't care because I'm like, who this and this and that. Now I'm trying to follow and see what this is. Now I'm being nosy and I want to know the tea and messy, because now you done took my distraction off of your business, and now I'm trying to figure out what's your tea. So I always tell people, when doing business, keep business, keep personal. Separate the two. You should have two separate pages. Always tell people to page with the more followers. If it has more followers, so it's getting more traffic, switch that to your business page, and take the less followers and switch that to your personal page, because you want the people to follow you. Second, when writing your captions, remember, this is a business. I don't want to buy from somebody like, yeah, girl, what's up? Y'all know who it is. I don't want to buy from somebody like that, because it's also professionalism. Also, when communicating through DM, you, instead of saying, I said no DM, you can say, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. Please follow these directives in order to contact me or acquire services. You, like you said, that automated message. Again, sending that customer service, because again, people, like you said, people buy into you, right?
Yeah,
People buy
always.
into who you are. So if you're nasty or if you're rude or if you're not looking professional, I don't want to. Do I want to do business with somebody like this? Do I want to get this person on me? Do I want to go acquire dining services with this person? Because automatically you're gonna think if this is what they're like on social media, I could imagine what they're like trying
In
to acquire
person.
services from them.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
you gotta remember that Instagram, and I remember they said Instagram is the new business card, and it's true.
Mm,
Instagram is the new business card. It shows
that's
everything
true.
about you. It gives us a certain impression of who you are. So you definitely want to be mindful of what you put out, what you dish out, and what you share, and how you share it when promoting your brand, especially if it's for your brand. That's very important.
That's a really dope topic. Professional, and I think too is sometimes as black businesses we get a bad name for stuff that has nothing to do with us. So it's like for me,
Mhm.
I have to prove myself as an entrepreneur, then to prove myself as a black entrepreneur. So it's like wait, this don't belong to me. This is not my issue. So I think that it's good what you're saying about professionalism because when you show up to the scene, like I always know that for me, like if somebody get me into the room, I can work the room, right? Social media is the same
Mhm.
way. You never know what room you're gonna be in. So because you're in different rooms, you have to be mindful of who you're entertaining. Because you can like mess
That
up
part.
something that could be make up so much money for you. And I think the biggest part about social
Mhm.
media, I've gotten so many clients because of my page, right? So even too, when I look at my stories, I see who's looking watching my stories, and it's just like it be some people in there, and it's just that there are people who start to do business with me because I think the thing I love about me is that once I'm in the room, I can work the room, right? So social media is like the gateway to
Mhm.
possibility. So there's, for example, is
Mhm.
when somebody had referred me to one of my clients, Tiana Von Johnson, one of my super dope mentors. She's my client. I love her dearly. Someone referred me to her, but the first thing she did was fact check my Instagram. She went through all my followers. She went because she actually knows quite a few of my followers, and she knows people I cook for. But I did the same thing to her. I faxed her.
Mhm.
I went through her following. So because I think too is like as I know we're happy to get gigs sometimes, but every gig is not for you. That's the first thing about it. Every gig is not for you. Every work environment is not healthy for you. No matter how the opportunity seems, you have to realize that hey, this is not for me. So after we fact checked each other,
Mhm.
we started doing business together, and now it's cool because I didn't even tell you about this part. So it's so cool that we worked together for the last year that I started also doing content for her. Like she got a gig for me to go to Dubai next month. So for me, it's like it started.
That's
Food was
amazing.
yeah, so like food was the entryway situation, right? But then I was able to
Mhm.
show up. So you never know what Instagram will lead to. Instagram can lead to some amazing opportunities, but it's up to you to capitalize.
Amazing.
So when it comes to your social media, like take time to really think about what you want to share with the world. Like when some people say, "Oh, Instagram is not who I really am," then why do you post that stuff? Who do you want to be? Who are you flexing to
Right.
become? So when you're really start to really become an entrepreneur, you start to really become very strategic in what you want people to see about you. If you go to my page, one thing I
Mhm.
love to cook, I love to travel, I love to laugh, and then I also am big
Mhm.
on business. So when people look at your Instagram page, what do you want
Mhm.
people to see about you? And I think that's so dope. And also to if you, Quan said another good point about planning your content when it comes to your content, you have to make time
Mhm.
to be available for it. So, for example, is if you have to do 3 days a week, put the 3 days a week to the side because sometimes that 3 hours can keep you from making $10 to $1,000, from $1,000 to $1 million
Yep.
dollars. Because most people in the last like 5 or 6 years have become multimillionaires through social media, right?
They
So
have. That is so
yeah,
true.
and so that's the vibe about it. So listen, so now next week, guys, I'm hosting the Boss Up Boot Camp Summer Series. It's gonna be so dope in Jersey City. And what we're gonna be talking about next week
Yes.
on Tuesday, we're talking about social media and mental health because a lot of times too is sometimes you can get so engulfed in social media that you're not checking your mental. So Laquan is gonna be one of our speakers. El
Mm.
Marie, she's talking about social media branding and content. I have Christina Bremletta. She's gonna be talking about content as well as how to use ClickFunnels and promotions, and also Ibn Shakur, who is he is actually a therapist, but he does so much content throughout Jersey
Wow.
City and abroad doing ciphers. So I'm so excited about that part. So Laquanda, how can people follow you? What's your information? How can they get into your
So
business program?
yes, so follow me at Media Mamas 1112 underscore. That's me on social media on Instagram. I also have Media Mamas 1112 underscore on TikTok and Media Mamas 1112 on Facebook. You can follow me there and click the link in my bio and have access to my website. My phone number is also on there as well to contact and text me. I just want to thank you so much to my first ever paying customer who blessed me financially. This is an awesome man, dope man of God, always pouring and uplifting and trying to get different intellects and different entrepreneurs together. So salute to Chef Jay, who's been amazing and has such an impact in New Jersey and going to be worldwide. And I'm just grateful to even be a part of this. And I can't wait to just do more and more and more. But you are definitely one to watch, and I'm definitely just grateful to be in this realm with you. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah, and that's what it's all about. Our whole goal is to sow seeds into people to help them grow. I think sometimes too we so
Yes.
many people come with an empty cup. Stop coming
And
with
you
these
will
empty cups to
see so
people.
for real.
Listen, stop coming to empty cups with people. Come with something to sow. The thing about sowing and reaping is everybody wants to reap, but nobody wants to sow. So how can you expect to have a harvest if you don't sow into other people? And I think too,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be a professional sower because the thing about frequency is this, right? I learned this from my mentors. Is he said I want to receive every day, so I sow every day. So whatever you
Mm-hmm.
want to start receiving in your life, start sowing every day. Because what happens is as you start to sow seeds into other people, there's an anointing that's released on
Mm-hmm.
you to receive.
Yes.
The more you give,
Mm-hmm.
the more you and that's a principle. It's not about I'm only giving to receive, but that's a spiritual principle. If you plant a
Mm-hmm.
seed, you're gonna receive a harvest from that. So when it comes to what you're doing, is the
Yes.
reason why I'm so serious about the Boss Up Boot Camp is because I want to help so many people really grow in their business, develop brands. You know,
Yes.
if I can just tap into people's gifting and I can show you how what the purpose in each one, we can then zoom into profit, right? So if you have people that that need to come to the Boston Boot Camp, need to grow their business, need to elevate, like link is in, click the link in my bio. It's only $29 a session. You can't beat that for what we're going to be talking about. If you're looking to step
Nope.
up your business or you want to grow, you want to elevate, we're here to help you. All right. You don't have to be alone. Entrepreneurship does not have to be exclusive to just you struggling and you tired, I don't know how to do this. There are people here to help. So if you know you need help with your
Yes.
social media, reach out to Laquanda. If you know you need help with your social media, if you know your social media not on point, if you know you can't get the angles right, find somebody that can get the angles right. All right. So we're gonna wrap up
Yes.
this boss up talk. And once again, they can follow Laquanda at what's the Instagram link?
Media Mamas 1112 underscore. You can follow me there on Instagram, and all my information is on my page.
All right, so y'all heard it from her herself. Join us next week for the Boss Up Bootcamp, and then we're gonna be live tomorrow with Wednesday with Natalie Lee Martin, and then again at 4 p.m. with Lewis. So listen, fam, I appreciate you guys for joining in. Let's have a wonderful week on purpose.
Yes.